Pasta, we got competition. We got competition, Pasta.
From who?
Okay, so I'm going to be very smart about this. I'm not going to play the video, but it is real. It is very real because I could see us maybe getting hit by it. So if I just showed a tweet, it's fine. But 2 months before the election, the NSA are launching a podcast series. Hey, Daniel, we might have to reinvent our business model again because the NSA are involved. So as it stands, hold on, let me go and remove this here real quick. Remove. Let me pause this here. But as it stands, folks, NSA, let me read this, is launching a podcast premiering next Thursday, September 5th. We're telling new stories and pulling back the curtain on what we do. Oh, you mean spying in on us? Go subscribe to No Such Podcast wherever you get your podcasts and learn more about our first season here. This is real. Here they are. Okay. They got that little check mark there. They got it. This is it. Pasta.
How many followers do they have?
Oh, God. Oh, my God. 1 million. Bull. I need to get to 1 million followers on Kick. No.
On Kick.
Bull. No. How's that? How? I feel like Will Smith. Hold on. I got to get up for a minute. I'm taking off the headphones. I'm like Will Smith in I Am Legend. Hold on. No.
Keep your wife's name.
And I just realized my window's open.
Keep my wife's name out your mouth.
Hold on. The dogs are parking next door. Gotta close the window. Gotta close the window out here. Hold on.
I'm refreshing my coffee again.
We're keeping that in here.
I'm refreshing my coffee. Keep my wife's name.
Not editing it out
your mouth.
Great, and Pasta got up and left. But so let's talk about NSA doing it. So there you go. Why is this? Why is this happening? They got 1 million followers. This is breaking news. So hold on, Pasta, you better come back here, buddy. But anyways, let's go ahead and pull up this video here because this also has to do with a little bit of censorship because this was on Tucker Carlson's show. Because as we all know, the media likes to censor. The media likes to silence and suppress. Pasta, how you doing, buddy? Welcome back.
Mike Benz.
So let's go ahead and play this video here.
Because Facebook is totally dependent on the U.S. State Department, the intelligence services, and to some extent, the long-range threat of the Pentagon to protect Facebook's data monopolies, to protect its advertising revenue, to protect it from laws like the EU Digital Markets Act and Digital Services Act. I was at the State Department when I was called by 9 Google lobbyists, who told me that the number one threat to Google's business model over the next 5 years is the EU Digital Markets Act and Digital Services Act. They need the protection of Big Daddy State Department for favors for their profits. And so they play ball with the State Department's censorship demands in order to preserve that. But they are under the barrel of it. And people like Mark Zuckerberg right now are feeling like they're at their wits' end because they gave the State Department and they gave the Biden administration everything they asked for in terms of censorship demands, and they're still being bullied by them. Mark Zuckerberg said that he regretted the censorship actions 5 months ago on Joe Rogan, so it's no surprise. But the fact that he would do it to the Republican chairman of the House Weaponization Committee, and the fact that he said he's no longer supporting Democrats in this election cycle, signals to me that he fears the blob now and feels like the Harris administration's continuity of the Biden administration's pressure policies, that there's no amount of flesh that he can give up as a pound to satiate their bloodlust, and that he's turning, if not towards Trump, then towards something that's against that. It's big government teaming up with big corporations specifically to deprive Americans of access to those platforms. But again, it's to protect the institutions against the individuals. It's to protect this this constellation of cloistered foreign policy institutions and their international agenda installed at a regional level on every plot of dirt on earth from being opposed by people who might vote against them organically in a free and open information market.
Okay, so look, I want to pause here because Pasta, the reason why I connected these two stories is because, first of all, you have the NSA doing a podcast and they have 1 million followers on X. How is that even possible? Maybe they're bot accounts. I hope they're bot accounts. Elon, you said you were going to crack down on them. Maybe this is the time where you want to start doing it. And then number two, look, this has to deal with censorship, and the NSA and many other outlets, FBI, CIA, DOD, at the NSA itself as well, were all part of this whole push onto Twitter, onto YouTube, onto Instagram, onto Facebook to censor and silence suppress stories, especially during the 2020 election. Possibly, we ourselves have dealt with censorship, but now the NSA is moving in on our turf to do a podcast. How do you feel about it, buddy?
Well, I mean, I don't know. Like,
can you move the microphone a little bit closer to you? I don't think I could hear you a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. Let me make sure it's plugged in. I got the right microphone. Hold on. Yeah, it's still working. No, I mean, I don't really know. There might be a lot of people who are looking at the NSA because it's just an agency. A lot of people don't. They follow accounts on Twitter, not so much that they like them, but they want to see what they have to say or what propaganda they're going to try to spew next. That would be the NSA that they're looking at. So a lot of people are keeping an eye on it. What I heard from that Mike Benz situation is Mike Benz says a lot of things I like, a few things I disagree with, but for the most part, a lot of things I like. But what I'm very cautious of is it seems like where they're trying to lead us, right? They want to make us believe that the Democrats are the ones who are against free speech, who want to support the intelligence agencies and whatnot. The reason why they're doing that, they're trying to capture this movement, is they're trying to move you back into that same, same entity, right? In other words, they still want the NSA in control and the agencies. The Republicans and Donald Trump don't want to get rid of the FBI and the CIA. They want to reform it, right? They believe it's about, it's the question is management there, right? They believe that if they replace the management, that even though the system's bad, I think Steve Poikonen can say as well, it's you just put a bunch of shiny parts on a broken system and a system that's meant to kill you. Well, that's what they're doing. They want to make sure that you stay captured, right? Even Donald Trump's whole foreign policy is that way. I'm going to be tough on Putin and Xi. I told Putin don't do it, and he said no way. And I said, way. I mean, this is the mentality that they're talking about. So it seems they're trying to make sure they sheep herd you back into the same department, just on the other side of it that looks a little bit different, a little bit pretty and whatnot. And that's why we have that going on. Also, too, as well, it could be artificially lifted or injected, whatever the word is. Because if they do that and it looks, people go and tend to go to things that get a lot of clicks or likes or have a lot of followers. So when people see that it has 1 million followers, they follow it themselves. So, this can be so many different ways. I mean, it just seems like nothing but trap doors any way you look at it.
Mm-hmm. And look, I do want to pull up something else here too. This is from RT. So shout out to them, just to trigger the liberals. But Trump threatens Zuckerberg with life in prison, according to this article from Politico. So former U.S. President Donald Trump has accused Mark Zuckerberg, the lizard man Berg, of plotting against him during the 2020 election, and has warned the Meta CEO against doing it again in the vote this November, according to an excerpt from his soon-to-be-released book, Seen by Politico. Great. Everybody's writing a book. In his new book titled Save America, and set to be published next week, Trump includes an updated photograph of himself meeting with Zuckerberg in the White House when he was president of these United States. Under the photo, Trump wrote a caption stating that the Meta chief would come to the Oval Office to see me. He would bring his very nice wife to dinners, be as nice as anyone could be, while always plotting to install shameful lockboxes in a true plot against the president. Trump's political report says appears to be referring to the $420 million contribution that Zuckerberg and his wife Priscilla Chan made during the 2020 presidential election to fund election infrastructure. The former president went on to claim that Zuckerberg had told him at the time that there was nobody like Trump on Facebook, but at the same time had steered it against me. We are watching him closely, and if he does anything illegal this time, we will spend the rest of his life in prison, as will others who cheat in the 2024 presidential election, Trump reportedly warns in his book. The excerpt examined by Politico follows similar statements made by Trump in the past. In July, the Republican president candidate also wrote on his Truth Social platform that if elected, he would pursue election fraudsters at levels never seen before and would send them to prison for long periods of time. Jeez, Trump. Yeah, okay.
It's just hot air. It's just hot air, right?
Yeah, just like he said he's going to lock up Hillary Clinton. Like, it's never going to happen, okay?
Yeah. And it's so crazy what they're trying to pull off right now, right? Yeah. Like, it's so crazy because according to the Republicans, right, Larry Fink, BlackRock, bad. But Jamie Dimon, CEO, right? Wall Street, hack, good. George Soros, bad, awful. But Elon Musk, defense contractor, Starlink, good. Zuckerberg, bad. But Peter Thiel, same type of entity, security state, Palantir, good. I mean, it's just crazy, the games that they play. This is why we're in such a quagmire and a bad situation right now. Donald Trump's whole choosing of J.D. Vance should be very, alarming and questionable at best. And it's just like they're just trying to pull this off. They're trying to sheep herd you back into the same house, just a different part of the house through the back door that looks different. But guess what, Kit? It's the same house. Nothing systemically is going to change with Donald Trump. Just little cool, shiny parts, and it's going to be anti-woke. I mean, look what they're doing with the whole election system. They're not even trying to change the system. They're trying to go after the fraudsters in a fraud system. That's not going to change anything.
Exactly.
Same rules are in play.
And also, I just got to add this on here too. We are entering into a new era, especially with the amount of censorship that we are seeing here, and Hardlands Media, and even Pasta to Go and the Convo Couch. We are all too familiar with the jackboot of censorship. It's so ironic and insulting that you have the NSA launching a podcast, and at the same time, too, this great revelation that Zuckerberg is also admitting, he was sorry that he was following orders. He was only following orders. That comment didn't do too well in the Nuremberg trials, okay? We are following orders. Like, no, you either take a stand and stand for free speech or you don't, okay? And I am a free speech absolutist, and thankfully our channel's still here. But look, Pasta, you have dealt with the censorship. This is like a slap in the face. You have the NSA launching a podcast. I mean, what are they going to talk about? How they're spying in on us? Because that's been brought up. I wonder if they're going to talk about that, or either that they probably will, but give a watered down version of, no, we're not spying in on you, la-di-da-di-da. Well, then why is Edward Snowden in asylum right now? Why is he not here in the good old USA? Look what happened to Julian Assange. What happened to him? Huh? Hello? Avon calling.
Yeah.
Yes, no, maybe yes. Too bad, so sad. I mean, come on. Let's be real here. Let's get freaking serious here, and just finally come to terms with what the hell we are facing off against here. It pisses me off to no end.
Donald Trump is not against censorship. He's just against who's being censored, right? That's all it is. They want to censor the Chinese. They want to censor Iran. They want to censor the Palestinian voices. They're okay with that. They're okay with pushing back against their people, their free speech. I mean, it's like all these free speech absolutists. Now these Palestinian protest happens, and all of a sudden, no, you can't do that. It's terrorist, right? So the terrorists are the Republicans' version of hate speech. It's just a mechanism or a vessel to go in there and censor our speech. That's what it is. Oh, well, we'll put that back up.
Oh, yeah, hold on. That's ChatterX. Yep.
Oh, man. Antiwar.com. Dude, I'm in D.C. right now. The Ron Paul Institute is having your Ron Paul thing going on. The guy who, if you would ask me which articles I read most, I would tell you right now, antiwar.com, Dave DeCamp, I love you. Your work is amazing. He's there. Kyle Anzalone, Libertarian Institute. I read your guys' stuff a lot. You're amazing. And that's why I really do, at the end of the day, to tell you the truth, the ideologues, and I don't agree with all the ideology of the libertarians, but they're anti-interventionist, right? They're against intervening with other countries. They're against war for those reasons. That's why I stand with guys like Ron Paul, Daniel McAdams. I love you. You're amazing. Antiwar.com, dude, some of the best work. Dave DeCamp, I love you. You're in D.C. Congratulations on everything you have going in life. You're an amazing writer, and I continue to support you and your work and hope for a lot of success, because that is an important outlet, antiwar.com. It's amazing. Scott Horton does some great work too as well. We'll disagree when we start talking about politics and socialism and central planning and all that other stuff, but they do some great work. Still number one on Kick. Oh, geez.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm going to be a smart
Jamie, stop freaking encouraging this guy.
And as a final note,
the best.
And as a final note, look, folks, censorship, never the answer, never the choice that we should be going for. But boy, NSA, your first episode, you know what? I'll listen in on it, just like how you listen in on me and Pasta and everybody else. But know this, folks. If you want true voices follow the voices of independent media like Hardlands Media, like Pasa to Go, like INN, like RBN, like Due Dissidents, Jimmy Dore, and so many others. Apologies if I'm missing people. Kim Iverson, all these lovely, beautiful people. Because, the last place you want to get for your podcast news and information are the people spying in on you. Just remember, when you're at your webcam or on your phone, just be sure to say "I love you" to your NSA handler. They're probably not being paid much to watch you.
Do we all get an NSA handler the way
Yeah.
that everybody gets an APAC handler, the way Thomas Massey agreed?
Yeah.
Where's my NSA handler? Can you get him in there?
I actually have two. I got Bob and Philip. Hey, guys, say hello to your families for me. Those are my NSA handlers.